So everybody, welcome back to Always United, the channel where we bring you guys the latest Manchester United news. And this is Shayan, the voice behind Always United. This is going to be a new format moving forward for the channel where we'll be actually talking in person with each other regarding the latest news. And today we've got some updates for you guys regarding Mason Greenwood. Now, it's been a while since the last time that we got to talk about Mason Greenwood and the latest information that have surfaced online in regards to the player. In the last 48 hours, there have been so many updates in regards to Mason Greenwood and what's going to happen to him very soon. They're not going to be good news. I'm telling you guys right now, if you're a Mason Greenwood fan and you are actually in favor of him coming back to Manchester United squad, it seems pretty unlikely, but we're going to talk about the details throughout the rest of this video, so stick with me until the end. Now, the first piece of news I want to talk about is, according to the website The Sun. The Sun claims that Mason Greenwood is tired of this internal investigation that has been going on now for a while and has decided to get back on track with his training. The player obviously wants to stay in shape. It's been a while since he has played with his foot, so naturally there was an image also showing him practicing with his personal trainer, not at Carrington though. A lot of people thought that he's back at training with Manchester United. That hasn't happened yet. He's training with his personal trainer and he wants to get in shape and get back on track where he left off. But as I said, Mason Greenwood is reportedly also tired of this internal investigation that has been going on for a while. It's weird that Manchester United board are not revealing any sort of information or update regarding Mason Greenwood, but they might do it soon because there was another piece of news also from The Sun suggesting that Mason Greenwood has a house in England and he has decided to put it out for sale. That has cast a lot of rumors and a speculation about the fact that Mason Greenwood might be leaving Manchester United very soon, although he was part of the retained list that Manchester United released a week ago for next season. A lot of people were of the idea that because Mason Greenwood is part of Manchester United retained list, it means that the deal is done and Mason Greenwood is going to stay at Manchester United and he's going to be back with the main squad. But that's not going to happen since the moment that Manchester United released the retained list for next season, they said that Mason Greenwood is part of the list because the player has a contract with the club, but Manchester United at the same time has not reached a verdict with the internal investigation. But now this piece of news showing that Mason Greenwood is in favor of selling his place in England might mean that the player is going to leave the club soon. Maybe the club has been in contact with him and they have let him know that for some reason he's not going to be back at the club and Manchester United has decided to sell him. Though there are rumors that Manchester United doesn't want to sell the player entirely, they're thinking of a loan deal. There were also some reports a month or two ago, which we also covered on the channel for you guys, suggesting that Italian clubs such as Juventus and AC Milan are in favor of the talent that the player has and they want to add him to their squad because they're big fans of Mason Greenwood and I think that Mason Greenwood's talents can really help their team. Now, at the same time, I'm also of the idea that if Manchester United want to sell the player, a loan deal would be perfect. Let him be back at training with another team, let him play football again, and let's see if he still has the magic that he used to have. Maybe in a year or two, Manchester United fans and people at the club who are reportedly split and have different takes on Mason Greenwood will change their mind with the passage of time, which is something that I personally think is going to happen because Mason Greenwood was never charged with anything and that is a big win for the player. So I think with the passage of time there is a chance that Mason Greenwood would wear Manchester United shirt again and we would see him play for Manchester United again. But now with the latest reports suggesting that he is putting up his sale for a rent out or he wants to sell his place, I think it's a clear indication that the player is not going to stay in England and it is very likely that Manchester United would announce that really soon. At the same time, I know that a lot of people wanted the player to stay. We'll see what happens. Nothing is for certain. These are just my personal takes as we go on, but I do believe that right now, as of now, with the reports that we have, I think they are clear indication of Mason Greenwood leaving Manchester United, at least for a while. Another piece of update that was released, I think 2 days ago by Telegraph, suggested that the final decision that is going to be made for Mason Greenwood is not bound to the takeover of the club. A lot of people thought that should Sheikh Jassim win the takeover race of Manchester United, he would actually have a saying when it comes to Mason Greenwood and his situation. That is not going to be the case, guys. Telegraph has reported that the final decision when it comes to Mason Greenwood is not bound and is not related at all to the takeover of the club. It has nothing to do with the takeover. It's a separate thing. The Glazers are going to decide. They're all obviously going to be advised by Manchester United board and the people who are in charge of the internal investigation, and we'll see what happens then. But until then, definitely share your thoughts with us about the latest pieces of information that have been released regarding Mason Greenwood. I'm really interested to know what you guys think, since I know a lot of people who follow us on the channel are in favor of Mason Greenwood and having him back in the club. But definitely let me know what you guys make of the latest information that has surfaced online. That's it, guys. That's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end of this video. Definitely make sure to subscribe to our channel, Always United, because you guys just don't want to miss the latest Manchester United news. And also leave a like if you found this video informative. It's going to really help us with the YouTube algorithm. If you're interested to hear more Man United news, here are 2 suggestions. But until next time, guys, it's been a pleasure serving you.